So I'm gonna be honest, I haven't been feeling my best the past few weeks, so that's why the house has really been neglected. But the sun is shining, it's a beautiful day. I'm gonna get the windows open. I need to get my butt in gear. It's been neglected for too long, and I just gotta suck it up and get it done. And the other motivator is that we may be having company stop by this weekend, so I really need to get to work on this place because it's kind of nasty. Yeah, it's pretty embarrassing. Like, just don't look at anything too close. I'm going to go and I'm going to get as much done as I possibly can. So I'm going to work on the downstairs first. I started this last night, but then we had dinner and the kids wanted to play, so I had to stop. I mean, obviously company would see the downstairs. So I'm going to focus on getting the downstairs picked up first. And then if I still have energy, I'm gonna go work on the upstairs. I hope you will join me, get some cleaning done as well, and let's get going. Hi everyone and welcome, it's Sarah. Today I'm going to show you some real stuff, some real embarrassing stuff actually. Be sure to stay tuned to later in the video for my messy house tour. And like I've said, I haven't really been feeling 100% the past few weeks, so I've been letting things go and we've been busy with other activities going on. I'm taking advantage of when I feel a bit better, and I'm only doing the amount of work I can do until I get tired and I need to take a break. Definitely drink plenty of water, take frequent breaks. It doesn't have to be an all-day marathon thing to get everything back in order. I started off thinking that I could do this all in one day to kind of get everything back to its baseline, but it just wasn't possible. I just couldn't. It just took too much time and too much energy. That's why this is broken up over the course of a couple days. I started cleaning the kitchen in the afternoon, and then my husband came home and then he made spaghetti and homemade meatballs for dinner, which is fantastic. But then I had to restart cleaning the kitchen all over again because it made a ton of dishes. But thankfully I had a blank slate to start with. It was already picked up, so it could have been a whole lot worse. So the next day while the kids were at school, I tackled some of those more tedious jobs, and I turned on some music. I opened up the windows and got some fresh air. And, I just worked until I needed to take a break. And, I really encourage you to just do your best with the energy and the amount of time that you have. So we were supposed to have company stop by this past weekend, but plans changed and they actually did not. But it was great that the house was kind of reset because my daughter had some friends pop in last minute and I was able to say, sure, they can stop by, no problem, because everything was fine. So it was definitely worthwhile. And as I'm going through and I'm cleaning everything in the house and getting things back into shape, I'm really thinking about, does this item deserve a home? Does it deserve a spot in my home? Or is it just something that I just keep moving around and stuff's shuffling? If it doesn't deserve a spot in my home, why am I constantly picking it up and moving it and putting it back when it just keeps getting out of place or nobody else puts it back where it belongs? Maybe it's time for the item to go, or it's not really needed. I'm always thinking about trying to keep the inventory in our house low when possible. I know it's difficult with smaller kids, but I'm constantly thinking about, do we really need this? Can we make do without this? Do we really need to have 10 coats for every different possible scenario? Or can we make do with just 2, maybe 3 for different times of the year? Dining room, random things, their hair stuff I need to put away. Yes, there's a roll of toilet paper on the table. I got this out of the package and it looked like this when I took it out of the bag. And I was like, oh, why does it look like that? I kind of want to not use it, but it's toilet paper, which is a precious commodity. So I may have to just take off the first top couple layers. Just some random things that need to be put away. Yes, there's a helmet on the table, coupons, art projects over there. Let's see, in the bathroom, there's a little half bath over here. It's not really, there's not a mess, but it needs to be cleaned. This is our family room. There's some things that the kids just threw down when they brought them home from school. So this is just kind of an extra room that's not really used. This extra floor on top of the wood floor is a tap floor for my daughter to practice on because she was damaging the original floors. Let's see, in here, this is our pool room. Yes, we have an indoor pool. I know, it's kind of crazy. Not much really has to be cleaned up. Hi, Priscilla. Probably just floors really need to be cleaned down here. Living room. It's not too bad. Always, huh? Always following mommy. We have another bath over here. We barely ever use this one. My husband uses it. This is where he keeps like his hair stuff to get ready in the morning, but it's not really used at all. It just gets dusty, so I have to kind of wipe it down every once in a while. Phoenix, what are you doing? Phoenix, what are you doing in the shower? What are you doing in the shower, Phoenix? Because we're gonna have company stopping by, I'm gonna start with the front of the house first and then work my way towards the back. In the very front of the house, we have this kind of mudroom area, and I still have my Let It Snow box up there. It has scented pine cones in it. That's gotta come down. And I need to get that wreath hung back up on the door too. I just have to climb up there to get it. That's the problem, is I haven't been able to reach it. These coats are kind of crowded in here too. I need to clean this up, and then a lot of these winter hats can probably be put away now. They still smell nice. This definitely has to be put away. All right, so it's a tricky time of year because it's still really chilly in the morning, but it is warming up throughout the day because it's almost spring. So we need to kind of have winter coats still, but also some slightly lighter weight jackets for those warmer days. So we're gonna have more coats out than normal because we're gonna have both winter and spring jackets. This has gloves in it. And this has gloves in it. Now I'm gonna probably put these up. Oh, maybe it's too early. I was gonna put the gloves on the top shelf, but it might be a little too early to do that just yet. So I'll leave them down here for now. Gloves, sunglasses. This bucket has bug spray. Oh, that's almost empty. And sunscreen. Bubbles. And there's barely any bubbles in there. I put the bubbles out here because we used to have them in the garage, but it was really inconvenient. They always want to do bubbles out front, like on the front porch or something. So I just made a spot for them here so that it's where they use them the most. Oh, got it. All right. I had this down because we had our Christmas wreath up, but now I can put this back outside. I'm gonna leave the screen door open for a while to get some fresh air in here. Normally I don't like to hang art this high, but I felt like the space needed a little something, and I already had this piece in the house, so I just moved it out here just to dress it up a little bit. But I have to have it higher than normal because of where the hooks are and the molding. It is a Victorian house, so it is a little bit wonky and different than newer homes. I've tried to do different cleaning systems like the Fly Lady and, different systems like that that have a specific schedule, but I just haven't been able to keep to them. And I mean, some people are really great at that and it just doesn't work for me. I just really need to clean on like an as needed basis when I have the energy or I have the time. Let me know if you have your own cleaning schedule, if there's a specific routine that you use or if you've come up with your own over the years. How do you stay on top of all those daily tasks and the cleaning jobs? I don't need nobody else but me. It doesn't matter what you're gonna say. I just need time right now. I'm going alone tonight. I don't need nobody else but me. But I'm thinking of the way the way you make me grounded. Thinking about the way you used to hold me. Like a song in the water singing down, down, down. I'm still falling for you. Forget what I said, just come on over. Oh, forget what I said, just come on over. I don't need nobody else but me. It doesn't matter what you're gonna say. I just need time right now. I'm going alone tonight. I don't need nobody else but me. But I'm thinking about the way you make me grounded. Thinking about the way you used to hold me. Like a song in the water singing down, down, down. I'm still falling for you. Forget what I said, just come on over. Oh, forget what I said, just come on over. Oh, forget what I said, just come on over. Yeah, we have this little bench that this is where we keep all of our shoes underneath. And normally we don't have this extra boot tray over here. We just have this in the winter time for like the bigger, taller boots that don't fit under the bench. So when we're all done with the boots, we will just store all of our shoes under the bench, and that keeps them all contained. This is coming in through the back door.
Another side of you trying to break through, able to tell the truth. No one else can see you like I do. All you ever do is say how far you wanna go. Baby, I can tell it's just for sure. Every line designed to let me know. You know you're already accepted. To me, you're always picture perfect. You think you're gonna be rejected. Just say you're in love, 'cause so am I. So am I. Say that you are. So am I. Say that you love me. So am I. Say that you are. So am I. Say that you love me.
This is the current state of the playroom. It is horrifying. It has been neglected. Nobody's been in here. It's just been kind of sitting here. And you can see that I clearly did not finish taking care of my donations when I went through and I did my last declutter. I think I didn't take care of these donations because I didn't have a box. I don't have a large enough donation box to put them in. But I can still relocate them for now and get them out of here. This is just a mess. We have decluttered so much over time, but there's still too much. The kids still get too overwhelmed. It's too much for them to handle. And then they were really into playing with like their American Girl dolls, which aren't actually American Girl dolls. We put in this folding 6-foot table in here so that they could set up all of their stuff. And now they're kind of over it. I do like to have my kids help and be involved with cleaning up the playroom, but I always have them help out. I know it gets overwhelming for them, especially at this point. It's just a lot. I don't expect them to sit in there for hours and pick up every single tiny piece and put it back where it belongs. So I'm grateful to have them help just for small bursts of time, maybe 15 minutes, and then they can take a break. But as long as they're actively helping out, my kids and I have gone through the playroom and everything has a home. We all know we're all on the same page so that they know if I ask them to put something back, then they know where it goes. It's a lot of times, it's just that my youngest, she gets things out and then she's just like a squirrel and then she's gone. We will discuss the little things that don't have a home and if they deserve a home, or if there's something that usually can just be chucked in the garbage, or if it can be donated. It's just too much for them to do by themselves. So we do work together as a team to get it done. And then once it's reset and back to the way it's supposed to be, it'll be a whole lot easier for them to maintain on a daily basis.
I see them pulling your strings, and you might be seeing things. Yeah, you know I'm real and I'm here. Who cares in a few years? You know you're already accepted.
Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed this video and looking at my messy house and knowing that it's totally okay. Not everything is always perfect. Everything is not always where it belongs. And it depends on how things are going in your life at that moment in time. And sometimes, you know, the house has to take a back seat while you have other things, more important things going on. I hope you found some encouragement in this and that you'll join me again in my next video. I'll see you again soon. Bye-bye.